And then she said her dad pops up and goes, "It's not Jake Craig, is it?"
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it is. And then when he said that, it clicked for her as well. So I had no idea, but he was a like normal guy. He just had a rag that he used, and then he chucked him out. And he goes, one time he was like, I'm going to try and wash it. But instead of just putting it in the washing machine, he boiled it.
Oh, what?
He boiled water and put it in there to try and wash it. And he said it made his house smell so bad.
What a sus thing to do. Why would you do that? Breakups suck.
Yeah.
And I've got written down right here 5 tips to help you get over that person. Get over that breakup.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck them. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of the Relatables. To my right, my co-founder, partner in crime, Jake Craig.
Oh, that was an intro if I have ever heard one. That was good. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. To my right, Jake Craig. I'm Monty Clark. And we're the Relatables. And
the word co-founder makes me feel. I feel like that.
We're big time, Jake. We're big time.
So, like my dad, for his company, they have all like stuff that they sign, and it'll say his name and then like director.
Yeah.
And then the other guy that owns it with him is like his name and then director. Just makes them sound heaps important, and then when their signature's there, it's like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
The big dog signed it. That'll be us one day, mate.
We're two big dogs who
our names will be all over fucking shit.
Everything.
Let's go.
But we may be two big dogs, but we also like talking about our feelings, Jake.
We do.
We might dabble into our feelings, getting the feels here and there in the potty.
How are you? Was it the last potty we were talking in, or was it one before that where you said you didn't have?
That was the one before that. But
do you know how you feel? Have you changed at all?
Actually, I'm definitely good. But what happened from that was actually a couple people asked me like in person, like,
oh really?
Are you all right, Oddy? And I was just like, oh shit. Like my brother asked me, like a couple of the boys asked me. And I was just like, oh shit, I actually like put a little conversation. But they don't normally, like they generally ask like, how are you going? I know they do care, but
yeah. And it's like, but like we said, the default answer for everyone is just, good.
Good. But coming from that, it was really nice just to like just have the people really care about me. So if you're listening right now and you haven't asked the people who you really care about around you, like how you going, go flick them a message, someone you haven't talked to in ages, because you generally sometimes it's hidden and you don't know how some people are feeling.
Yeah. And you never know coming from someone that like you haven't heard from in a while. Maybe you will. I don't know. Maybe they'll say something. They'll talk about it. And like, yeah. Go. As long as you're genuine.
Everyone's got that person in the back of their head. Go flick them. Even if you think they're good, just go, hey, bro. Like if they're generally important to you, your brother, your parents, or anyone like that, good friend, just say, hey, how you generally going? Blah blah blah. I really want to know and have a little conversation. And it honestly made me feel a lot better. And right now, I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good. I actually had someone message me on my private Instagram, asking if they were like, "Oh, is audio okay?" This, that, the other, and I just kind of felt like I felt like saying, "Go message him," but I just was like, "Yeah, like he's doing all right." I think he was having an off day, like he didn't really know how he was feeling. He was getting in touch with it. He just wanted to be honest and stuff that. And they were just like, "Oh yeah, I hope he's okay." Well, nice. It was nice of them to ask.
Very nice. And the best thing, like we have reasons why we're starting this potty. We'd like to blow up, blah blah blah, all the like fun reasons.
Fucking yes, bring everyone with us.
One of the more like wholesome things is we start conversations about things that, even though we have a small group of followers who we love thoroughly.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's actually interesting.
Yeah, I love like starting a little, like someone called me the other day and said I love listening, and like we're having a conversation about it. I'm like, I just like starting a conversation about things, especially for dudes who struggle to talk about their feelings and stuff like that.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm doing good, Jake, and I'm glad that hopefully a couple people also resonated with that and feeling the same way, and are like happy to talk about it.
Yeah, hopefully it made some people think, and if we're still gonna get on that therapy scene.
Yeah, we gotta look into that.
Even though we're okay, we're gonna see what it's like to go and just talk to them about even being okay.
I actually got recommended there's a therapy podcast.
Oh,
where I don't know the name. I'm going to listen to it and I'll get back to you guys. But so she's a therapist and people come on and you listen to the therapy session.
Man, maybe we should start off with that.
And she gauges like where everything's, if someone's broken up with someone and why they're feeling this way and things aren't the same, and like where this stems from in their childhood and stuff. And she just like gauges it, goes bang, this is why you're feeling like this. And then we'll listen to that and be like, oh, right. And then get a little bit broader.
I like that. I feel like if I will go to a therapist, I don't want them to say, why do you think you feel that way? I want them to be like,
This is
I want them to be like, look, this may not be the answer, but this is why I think you feel that way.
Yeah.
From what you just told me, I think that's had a massive effect. Instead of them just going, and how did that make you feel?
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel?
Is that what they did in yours?
I'm trying to think. She was pretty good. I did really like her. She was really good, and it helped a lot. I probably only went once. I could have gone more. I think it was just I don't know. It's just so weird, It's like it's a big wait time, and it's expensive, and it's just
expensive. That's
like
what's deterring me at the moment.
It's a funny thing to just charge so much for. I mean, I guess they went to university for a long time. They're gonna make money. You got to respect it, and
it's got to be subsidized or something on the Medicare or private healthcare.
I think there's certain ones.
I wish it was.
I think there's certain ones that are.
Councillors are. I know councillors are.
If you have your own little private thing at your house, like I went to a house just in her backyard. It was like intimate. It was cool, and it was nice. But
we'll listen to that potty and we'll get back to you. And I'll listen to it and actually get the name, and if it's actually good, share it with you. I feel like it'll be a very interesting listen because I love to spam a potty at work.
Yeah, true. I like listening to a couple. I like funny ones, but I like listening to ones where I learn something.
I feel like this will be engaging.
Yeah, I feel like what do you reckon people listen to ours for? Just because like it's just easy listening.
Well, we get told that ours is like people think it's going to be like a trash, just like zone out.
Yeah, we've been told a couple of times. They think it's just
it's two young dudes, and then we got to go like, it's not what I expected from you guys, hey. Like it's a bit. We do talk a lot of shit, but we also hopefully have a couple of good, meaningful conversations.
Well, I saw someone and they asked. I don't know if I said this on here, but I don't know something about it came up and they were like, "Oh, what do you talk about on there?" I was like, "It's called Relatables, or whatever." And they're like, "Oh, what do you talk about?" And I was just like, "I don't know, man, relatable shit." Like, and I was just like, "We've done like 40 episodes." It's like thinking back. I don't know. 4 episodes ago, if someone said to me, "What did you guys talk about 4 episodes ago?" If you had a gun to my head, I could not tell you. Unless I went back and listened to it, I would remember it. But I could.
Well, the worst thing is when someone like you see someone out and they go, "Oh, I just listened to this," and they give you your opinion on it, which I love. But I don't know what the fuck you're talking about because we've talked so much.
Oh my
god! I'm
God.
like, yeah, I vaguely remember. But no, I love having those conversations either way.
No, it's good. It's good. But I want to start it off with So, everyone probably gets the gist that Oddie and I are pretty into the gym and stuff. And so I think, a little more obsessed with the whole. I don't know. Like I watch a lot of gym videos. Like I love a gym video. Oddie doesn't. He's not super into watching like I watch like all Chris Bumstead and Vaughn Walker and like all these people. I don't know why. I just like really like watching them.
The big dogs.
And so, like the big dogs. And so like, I've never like, I don't know. I've never thought to pursue anything or anything like that. But so I was thinking if I was to want to pursue it, I would just think, because I really like Chris Bumstead and like, he's got this company with other people. It's like such a cool company, this, that, the other. And it's like 2 people that I really like in it. I was thinking, I'd love to be like sponsored by that company.
Yeah.
And so I think just because I'm so into it all, I had a dream. I had like the best fucking dream not last night. This was a couple nights ago. And when I woke up, I was like, I need to talk about this dream. And so I don't know if this is relatable or not, but my like, I don't want to say it was a wet dream, but it was just a really good dream. Like,
you had a wet dream over some bodybuilders.
It wasn't like a wet dream. It just, if I was to say, it's like a really good
Would
dream.
you wake up with a boner thinking about CBum and shit?
I probably did. I honestly probably did wake up with a boner. But I was, in my dream, I was like, I got contacted by his photographer or something, like his videographer, and he's like contacting me, asking me if I wanted to like get flown to America and shit and all that.
That is cool.
And like be part of the, like not be just like go see it all, and like just like them talking about how he's like, I really like what you guys are doing. Like, it was about like the potty and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, no way.
Shit, yeah.
This is the best dream I've ever had. And then I woke up and I was like, oh God.
Oh,
that sucks.
That is cool, but you're also a fucking loser.
It's just, I mean, it's probably not relatable that's like.
No, I can say, well, people dream about, like, if you want to relate to the people, it's that's what your life's about at the moment.
Yeah, true.
Like, who knows what they're dreaming about? But it's cool. It's interesting to like think. What I actually have me and Jake like go through topics at like 2 each normally for the potty, and I've got one that's sort of around the same lines.
Oh, right. We'll get to it. I actually have a second dream.
Yeah.
And the second one was because Oddie and I are like trying to, we bulked out, trying to lose a bit of weight for summer.
Yeah. Get that beach bod.
And we're like pretty strict, so we've cut out just like all the good foods because it's just extra calories. Like this probably isn't very relatable, but it's just something that we're trying to do, and it's cool to be disciplined and stuff. And this was last night's dream, dude. I had a dream that I was at like my cousin's party or something.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I was still on the diet in my dream, but I don't know who, someone must have convinced me. They were just like, dude, it's just one night, let yourself go. And I found this plate of cookies and I keep seeing videos of cookies everywhere for some reason. I don't know why, but best cookies ever. Fudgy, just like soft in the middle, melted chocolate, still warm.
I like hard ones.
You like hard cookies?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the opposite, bro. And I had this dream that I ate like 3 of them. And then I woke up and I was like, oh.
Another wet dream?
And when I woke up, I was like so hungry and I was like, oh.
It's so, and
now I'm craving.
Yeah, it's weird to crave. Jake's way more strict than me. Like I'll just cave a couple of times here and there.
Yeah.
But it's weird the cravings. I imagine like I've heard like pregnancy cravings. It's weird when you crave.
Yeah.
Like I felt like pikelets today. Like just out of nowhere. I really felt like pikelets.
Just had this urge.
Yeah, I had this urge and I was like, fuck it, I'm caving and having some pikelets. Whereas you wanted some cookies. Imagine like all those pregnancy, they say like they want like, I've heard like weird ones, like I don't know, like weird vegetables and shit.
I remember, I don't know if it was when my mum was pregnant with one of my siblings, but it was like ranch sauce on a banana.
Yeah, some sus. Like it's
banana with ranch.
It's probably because their hormones are going up and down because we're depriving them of the proper nutrition.
I wonder what it is though.
And their hormones are going like all over the place because the baby growing inside of them.
Yeah, fair enough. But no, that's it. And I just, oh man, and I'm just getting to a point where I'm just like, fuck. Am I lost enough fat? Who cares now? Let me have some cookies. Like, there's nothing wrong with one day just having like, I'm just gonna have like 10 cookies and then go back to being good.
Well, the one thing we get lost in, I think you do, especially more to me, is we don't realize that what we're doing isn't normal. It's
really not, is it?
Like we're on Gym Talk, we're watching gym videos, we're going to the gym every day, we're managing all our food and tracking it. Whereas like if we weren't surrounding ourselves in this minute community and like
it is a minute community, but to us it's huge.
That's our whole life. But like if you take a step out and look from the outside, like really look pretty good. Like I don't have to be this strict. Like,
that is exactly right. And you know what, I really want to go back to just eating what I want because I know I won't look bad. But there's something about me at the start. I was like, I'm doing this until Christmas.
Yeah.
And so if I stop before Christmas, I feel like I'm going to be so disappointed in myself, even though there's probably nothing wrong with it at all. Because
it's weird like, how your mind plays tricks anyway.
Like, my parents have invited me over for dinner a couple of times and I'm like, and I like want to. Yeah. They want to stay, but I'm like, oh, nah, because I don't know how many calories and shit are in the food they're having. And it's not good. No. So I might need to rethink. It might be my mental. I mean, my mental health's not bad. But, you know,
reassess.
But yeah, so that was my 2 wet dreams. Yeah. They're not about girls ever. They're either about bodybuilders or eating cookies.
valid wet dreams.
Oh. All right, Oddie. There has been some developments in the Gym Crush area of the little Gym Crush date I went on.
And you've kept me waiting. He refused to tell me off the potty.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to keep it. I got a funny story. So, and I told Oddie, I was like, I got a funny story. I want to tell you on the podcast. So it's like your genuine reaction.
And just to preface, like last 2 episodes, Jake's Gym Crush, we've talked about them twice. Go back and listen.
Yeah. Go back and listen.
Or else you're not going to know. You're not going to know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you'll hear the first one, the second one. So you'll hear the one where I'm like, oh, I'm actually going to the gym with my Gym Crush. Yeah. And then the second one, you'll hear how it went, and now you're going to hear about the developments.
Okay, I'm ready.
To start off with, I want to say shout out to Ben Grady because he listens to the potty, and he proved that he listens to the potty because I saw him at the gym actually while I was with her at the gym.
Yeah.
And
did he go to see Gym Crush date?
And then he messaged me going, "Hope the Gym Crush date went well."
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, you're a legend. Cheers, bro." So I just wanted to let him know I appreciate him for listening. Hopefully he listens. But okay, so I was just, I don't know. It must have just been I was just messaging her, and she sent me this really long video. And I was like, she goes, I got a funny story to tell you. And I was like, oh, sweet. And then she goes, okay, I got this really long video. And she said when she got home from the gym the day we went, her mum was just in the kitchen and she was asking, I think it must have been a weird time for her to go to the gym. Okay. And so her mum said, oh, so who'd you go to the gym with? And she was like, no. And she's like, you met a boy, didn't you? And she was like, oh, yeah. And then she goes, what's his name? And she said, Jake. And as she said that, so her dad's sitting on the lounge listening as well. Yeah. And
don't tell me your dad listens or something.
No, he doesn't listen to the podcast. But so her dad's listening. And then so her mum says, where does he live? She was like, Avoca. And then she said her dad pops up and goes, it's not Jake Craig, is it?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it is. And then when he said that, it clicked for her as well. So I had no idea, but her and I have known each other since we were like 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I've known her dad and like our families have known each other since like we were fucking born.
What the hell?
So weird, eh?
Oh, that your parents' family, your dad's family friends.
Yeah. So my parents are family friends of her parents. And like she actually knows my parents. Like if she saw my parents in public, she would say hi to them.
Oh, what the hell?
And if I saw her parents in public, I would say hi to them because I would recognize them. But her and I have never... We met maybe a couple of times when we were like 4 or 5. But after that, like... Oh, no, it would have been younger than that. It would have been like... We would have been like 3. I don't remember when I went to Canada. But Kate, my stepmom, she said she has a photo of us. So me, my older sister, and Jim Crush... And we were at a New Year's Eve party at a family friend's house or something like that. And I was like, what? And so when she told me that, I was like, I had thought I'd only known her dad since I was like 13. And then when I said to Kate, I was like, oh my God, get this story. I had to tell Kate about the whole thing. And basically she goes, nah, you've known her since you were like little.
Oh shit.
So freaking crazy.
That's weird.
I know, bro. And I was like, what? I was thinking, Kate, I was just thinking, how did we not put 2 and 2 together?
Where have you been for the past, like, have you had like family dinners and stuff?
No. Kate was like, the funny thing is, so they went to Queensland a couple months ago and saw them there, but I didn't go to Queensland with them. Yeah. So if I had gone with them, then I might have seen them and been like, wait, no.
Small world, eh?
But I know, dude, the Central Coast is too small, especially when like your parents grew up here and then you grow up here.
Yeah.
Just everyone knows everyone somehow.
Was she wigging out?
And when she told me, she thought it was funny, and I was like, it fully flipped my whole world upside down.
That was not what I expected you to tell me, eh?
No, how crazy though.
What the fuck?
Isn't that fucking crazy? She full listens to this as well. So.
Yeah. Well, that's so you've already met the family then. You're good.
So I know her dad. Like, yeah. I've known her dad for ages. Like him and my dad worked together for a really long time. I thought
you were going to say you were a chippy with his dad or something, or her dad or something.
But no. So I just thought it was a very, very funny story.
Bro, it's crazy how small the world is and how it works. You always just know someone somehow.
It is just so weird. Like another thing is, man, I could be wrong. Okay. My dad's mum's maiden name is McAlpine.
Yeah. What is it? Austin's.
And we have a really good friend, Austin McAlpine. And I'm trying to actually...
That's a kind of rare last name too.
It is rare. I need to remember... There was one time we worked out whether or not we were somehow related. I don't want to get it wrong. Yeah. Maybe I'll go back and work it out again and say it on there. But like super small world if that's the case as well, because Austin and I grew up in like different areas.
Yeah.
But dude, another thing is when I first started my apprenticeship, I was getting lifts to work because I didn't have my license yet with just another apprentice.
Yeah.
He was in his 4th year. I was in my 1st year. He had his license and everything. And I had always recognized him. Always, for some reason, thought like we got along and everything. A couple years older than me. And I thought that it was like the first time I ever met him though. But for some reason, I was like, I recognize this guy. Yeah. And then one night at dinner, I was talking to my dad about him. And he goes, oh yeah, you guys are almost brothers. I was like, what? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Are you talking about? And so when my mum and dad broke up, and then my mum was with a guy That was his son. And like, I lived with him for a year when I was little and I didn't remember him at all.
Oh, what the fuck?
And then I said to him and he goes, yeah, I remembered. I just thought you remembered.
Oh.
And dude, I was like, what the fuck?
Mate, maybe you're just oblivious to all these things.
My memory is really, really bad.
It's surprising that she didn't know as well, which is kind of funny.
You know what I was saying is because, like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like just because she had freshly seen my parents as well, I was like, how did you not get it? Like, how did we not?
Yeah.
How did we not put two and two together?
Didn't click. Fuck, that would have been a funny conversation for her to have with her parents. It's not Jake Craig, is it?
I know, bro. And then when she said, I was in my car when I was just sitting in the car, I was about to get out when I listened to it, and I was like, whoa. Head back, and I was like, what?
Did you tell your dad?
I told Kate, and I don't know if she's told. Actually, I haven't spoken to Dad about it. I don't know if she told him or not. She probably did, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the development of the story. We'll talk about it. We'll see if there's more next time. All right?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, everyone.
All right, Jake. You spoke about your dreams, your wet dreams at the start.
Yes, and they were good.
Funny enough. Fuck, I can't talk.
Funny enough
or not. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Can't spit it out. I was going to talk about dreams too, and I have a theory about them. Like, what the fuck are dreams? Like, thinking about it, like you're shut off, sleeping. You have no idea what's going to come to your mind, and then you just start thinking about random things. And I have a theory.
Oh, you have a theory?
I have a theory.
Oh, okay, I thought you were like asking me.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, fuck knows.
I've got a theory. I don't think it's correct, but this is my theory. Mm-hmm. Dreams are these just everyone's thoughts are floating around like just in the world. And when you fall asleep, you catch a couple of them. And then you have those dreams. Because you have dreams about like going on a pirate ship. You have Like, so here's my, last night I had a dream. I was at the train station and this guy I hadn't seen in like, I reckon 10 years came up to me and was a police officer. And he was huge and he was like peppering me about like what I was doing at the train station and stuff. And then I just started running. And that was my dream. And I'm like, where the fuck did this guy come from in my subconscious mind in a police officer uniform? Yeah. Where the hell's going on that? And he was like peppering me about something. I don't think I was doing anything wrong and I just freaked out and started running away.
Isn't that... Dude, yeah. I like the dreams that I said at the start, they kind of make sense.
Yeah.
But I'll have some wild ones.
Like I've had someone like being on a pirate ship on the sea and the ocean. And then people have those ones about falling. So I reckon like everyone's like, when you go to sleep, everyone's thoughts just start floating into the air. This definitely isn't right, but this is my theory.
That's a good theory, but.
And then when you put your head down, your eyes shut down, and you get into, let's say, REM sleep, that deep sleep, you catch a couple of them, and then they form together, like with your mind. Like I've obviously caught someone's police officer's dream, someone's running dream, and then they formed with my mind to put that guy in the police officer, and like all this stuff, and then it just turned out. And I'm wigging out because I was just like, I woke up and I was like, why the fuck?
And it's like, why is my brain thinking
And I'm like, why the hell did I dream about him? Like this random person.
And you haven't seen him?
I haven't seen him in like, maybe I subconsciously saw him and didn't process it. And then I remembered it in your dream. Like we always, like I'm mind boggled how the mind works.
Do you ever have any reoccurring dreams?
Not really.
No?
I don't think so. I often struggle to remember my dreams, and then I have deja vu a lot.
Deja vu is the weirdest thing ever, but I think it is about dreaming.
But do you think deja vu there's a theory that so when you die, you get like reincarnated and you become someone else, and then when deja vu happens, you've experienced that as the person who you was before you?
Nah, I reckon deja vu is that there is like infinite realities, and you're seeing something that's happened just beforehand in a different reality, just slightly timed out.
Yeah, but how crazy! I've been here before.
Yeah, It's like I have seen this, and then like when it ends, you're like, whoa.
It's like some interstellar shit. There's someone just pulling the strings in that back, like pushing the book and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but about reoccurring dreams, I used to, when I was a kid, I don't know if I've told you this. I had 2 reoccurring dreams. And one of them was always, I was just on this long dirt road with like each side of the road had long grass and a long fence on each side. And I'd go into the long grass, look through the fence, and there'd be a tiger. Ooh. And then the tiger would just pounce. I'd start running and I'd wake up.
What?
And I've had that dream at least, got to say 20 times.
Really?
At least.
That's like some like, I don't know if it's PTSD. Like that's obviously not, but you hear about in those movies like the war veterans having the same like waking up and they're in like the fights and stuff again, and then there's just like a reoccurring.
Like you wake up to like you're dreaming about guns firing, but then you wake up someone's just knocking on the door. Or
yeah,
something.
like I don't know wonder where that comes from. Like who knows why you see? My theory comes in. Maybe you're catching someone's tiger dream.
Yeah, I was catching ones. Yeah, the other one I had was this one's weird. It was always like up on a mountain. This weird brick hut, full brick, the whole thing is brick, no windows, nothing. And then I go up and there's like these little brick weep holes. Yeah. And then in there I could see like lights and I was like, what the, and like sounds. And then I'd like push a brick in and there was just a girl in there playing video games in this room that's all decked out to play video games.
Yeah.
That's a reoccurring dream that I've had. Isn't that weird?
I would love I wonder what it's called, a dreamologist or something to like break it down and be like, this is why you're feeling this way or something. They know how the brain functions.
Yeah. Cause I read a book about, it's called, I think it's the one that's like really good. So it's called The Brain by David Eagleman. And it's just so interesting. I very highly recommend it. And he talks about it in the way that, so he thinks that a theory he has is dreams are like to keep your eyes, it's something to do with eyesight. So it's like your brain dreams because when you're actually seeing stuff, it's like coming in through your eyes, but then it's going into a part of your brain that makes it all happen. To process it all. And so he thinks that what it is it's like to make sure your eyes don't like start to fade or something like that. It's like they're just kind of always active. It's like a thing your brain does to keep them active.
That is cool. That actually, right.
Yeah, that's his theory, or maybe I don't know. I don't think that can't be proven because
and it's like what? Because sometimes you wake up and you don't remember your dream. Like, do you ever have that? Like, you know your dream, but you don't know what happened. I always have that.
Yeah, do you always dream?
Oh no. It's normally lately because we've talked about it before. We always piss in the middle of the night. We bought that thing for the potty. Past 3 nights. I made it till 6:30 today.
I didn't last
which was good, but I actually fell asleep back after, and normally I've been going like the middle of the night. I was like, fucking oath. So I've been waking up more like energized. So I've been having, I suppose, more REM sleep. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Dreams when I don't have to go to the toilet. I've been the past 3 times I've had a dream just because I've been deep sleeping, I reckon. And I've sort of remembered.
But dreams are in REM sleep, aren't they?
That's a deep one, isn't it?
No.
What's a deep one?
There's deep and REM.
Oh, right.
So deep is when you're like deep and that's restful. And then the REM sleep is when you're
that
dreaming.
initial one. Yeah.
And I think you can go in and out.
I don't know.
Wait, don't you have like 12 dreams a night or something?
Really? I don't know.
And the dream that you remember, it's literally like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's like an hour.
Yeah. And then it's always when the one you remember is that then you just wake up. Like I was running, then I woke up.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, why am I thinking about this guy and the police officer? Yeah. Like, honestly, this is so sus. I always like when if my brain's ticking heaps beforehand, initially, it always happens when I'm watching, I watch FIFA videos a fair bit and stuff like that. And if I watch that before I go to sleep, initially I fall asleep and then I just subconsciously, I think I'm asleep, I'm not asleep, but I'm just in the FIFA video kind of thing. Like all the cards are popping up.
That's hectic, eh?
All the cards. It's probably not good. And my brain's still ticking, all the players are popping on my head and I'm in the game. Yeah,
that's probably why it takes you a while to fall asleep.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, but I'm honestly baffled. I'd love someone to tell why dreams a thing.
Maybe if anyone does know, surely someone knows something.
Yeah. We could have done some research, but we just want to have a little conversation. I thought
we don't want to do any research. Yeah. We want to talk about it and then be messaged and say, you guys are idiots.
Oh, yeah.
This is why.
I can 100% admit my theory is idiotic, but I think that's my theory without doing any research.
Well, have you heard the one when you dream about someone, it means that they're dreaming about you or something?
Oh, really?
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, we said you sometimes dream about some random chick, then you find them hot.
Oh, yeah. That's funny when you dream. Yeah. I do that all the time. If I dream about a girl and then I never would have thought of even thinking about her in that way, then you kind of wake up and you're like, oh, she's a little bit.
Yeah. Have you ever had a wet dream?
Yeah.
I haven't, eh?
Really?
I've never had one.
Oh, I think I've had 2.
Really? Yeah, I've missed out on that fucking opportunity.
Nah, well, I get them because when you get them when you stop.
Yeah, no, I don't really do that.
I reckon if you fight it and you stop for a week, you'll get one, and it's kind of like.
Is it good or bad? Do you think about sex?
Well, it's the ones I've had, you're having sex.
Yeah, okay.
And it's good, but when you wake up, you're like, oh well, now I want the real thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
What are you going to think about? I wonder. Yeah, that's weird.
You're wait, did you say I wonder who I'm going to think about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully, imagine if you thought about a dude. Oh, you'd never talk about that, would you?
No,
you would never talk about that.
Imagine that. No, I don't know.
Oh, that would be that. Oh, like look.
Did you when you had if you have a girlfriend, you're probably going to think about them. But like, I don't know to really have one.
I've had when I had a girlfriend, I've had ones about different girls.
I've thought about like porn stars, but I never woke up with a wet dream before. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Because have you heard? There's a theory. There's another tangent. If you have a wank right before you go to bed, everyone wanks. So I talk about. If you 30 seconds after you fall asleep straight away, after you come.
Oh, I always if I'm struggling to fall asleep, I always have.
There's a period of like 30 seconds after you're done, and there's like a minute period. You can just head on the pillow. You're out.
Oh, so you just don't clean up.
Well, I've probably just a quick fucking. Isn't it one of the boys said they just used to put it on their fucking doona?
Oh, yuck!
I find that disgusting. Like you just had a quick. You got to prepare sometimes.
Oh no, I come fully prepared every time. There's no like. I don't know how people can. Oh no way, man!
It's pretty chat. And then it's just then he said he just flipped his doona or whatever.
Oh, imagine the stains on that thing. You wouldn't even need a black light. They'd be visibly yellow.
Have you ever been a sock guy? I've never been a sock guy. You have?
No, I'm not into it because
just clean up with a sock.
Because you just clean up with a sock.
Is it like an unused sock?
You don't wear them.
Okay.
And then you don't wash them. You chuck them out.
Oh right.
You use it. I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 times, and then you chuck it out.
Yeah, I've never done that.
And it's pretty funny. Oh, this is so sus to talk about. Yeah. Oh god, family, go away. But But you see
everyone does it.
You see all them videos of people that, and then they'll have like a real stiff sock or like
that American Pie shit.
I mean,
does that happen?
To get it like that, you would have to use it for like years.
Yeah.
For one, but then, dude, okay. I remember we had a friend. I'm not naming any names. He's gonna know who he is, and only us know about it. So this isn't gonna embarrass him. You probably know who it is. This isn't gonna embarrass him or anything. But one time he said that he was a like normal guy. He just had a rag that he used, and then he chucked him out. And he goes, one time he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and wash it," but instead of just putting it in the washing machine, he boiled it.
Oh, what?
He boiled water and put it in there to try and wash it, and he said it made his house smell so bad.
What a sus thing to do! Why would you do that?
So gross.
That would have been stiff.
Oh yeah, it would have been so stiff. That would have been like stiff.
A brick.
Oh man, but some of the gross things guys do, eh?
Oh,
do girls need clean up after?
It depends I don't know. When they come a little bit, I don't know. But if they squirt, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what they do to clean up. Or if they just don't even have to. They just get to go, I'm done. I'd
say majority you don't really.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so. Maybe, I don't know. Bit different.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more, I don't know. Do you reckon the same amount of women do it as dudes? I don't think so.
I think girls do it just as much as guys.
You reckon?
I think so.
Okay. I reckon. I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Also with like watching porn, but as well.
Oh, I know watching porn's like heaps common. Yeah. But we're more open to talking about it. Whereas it's like
it's like a sexual so like guy. Everyone just knows that guys.
Yeah, like girls is more of like a sensual like.
I want to know how the guys do it that live with their girlfriends.
Wank.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
How do you do it?
I know one of the boys got caught before doing it, and then they had like, I think you get in trouble a little bit if you get caught.
Like, do you have to go into the bathroom and like?
Yeah. Like,
what do you do?
Because there is a time and a place where you're just like, I just want to get this done.
Like, yeah. Because there's a time and a place where it's like, look, I don't want to have sex right now.
Yeah.
It's like I just want to quickly, like, I know what I'm gonna do. I know this. I can do this in like 2 minutes if I really want to. So let's just get this over and done with. I need my dopamine hit, and I'm ready for the day. What do you do when you live with your freaking girlfriend or your wife?
Yeah, wait for him to leave, or like, I don't know, just get a quick bathroom shower.
One
of the we're just throwing out that boys. I'm not saying any names. He lives with his family. He turns his shower on before he has a so he actually pretends he's in the shower and he
wasting water.
Bats one out on top of the toilet. Fuck, and then jumps in the shower after easy cleanup.
Oh, true. That's a good idea.
But it's just a longer shower, and they think he's having a shower.
See, the thing about it is, maybe you and I, because we can do whatever we want, we lack appreciation for it.
Good point.
But when you're with someone and you get the time to do it, you probably appreciate the fuck out of it, and it's just amazing.
Oh, well, I didn't think we'd get caught on this tangent.
No, sorry, guys. What were we talking about?
Dreams. What are we talking about? Yeah, you don't know what you're going to dream about. Could be a girl, could be
cookies, be a guy.
Could be C-bum.
Bodybuilders.
You don't know what you're going to have a wet dream to.
But,
yeah. I'm just baffled by dreams, Jake.
Oh, I agree.
Okay, Jake. Breakups suck.
Yes.
And I've got written down right here 5 tips to help you get over that person. Get over that breakup.
fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Because I can completely, if it's been hacked, I don't know why I've been caught on it. A couple of TikToks have been, I think it was Joe Rogan and another one. There's people going into the gym and getting, it's like, fuck them, focus on yourself. Because there's no one can understand how you're feeling.
No.
Because you always have it in a different way. And everyone knows that feeling is stuff. You just don't know like what to do. Because that person can pretty much do everything. And then they're not in your life anymore. And you're like, what do I do? Like,
it's a
honestly,
weird feeling, isn't it?
And it's just so weird to like comprehend it and like, where do I start? What do I do with my life? And your brain plays tricks on you and you don't know what to do. And you just get caught in a little like lapse of depression and like,
oh yeah.
And it's heaps tough. So right now, 5 tips to get over a breakup. Number 1, it's probably the most important one. Stop contact with them. 0 fucking contact.
Nothing.
Like you might think we might as well stay friends and like, cause we're finished on good terms, even if, or bad terms, but you can't.
It just doesn't. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's not going to work.
You owe it to yourself.
You gotta, it's like, yes, you can be friendly if you bump into each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't think it's going to work if you break up and say, yeah, but I really want to stay friends. You can't be hanging out with them.
Because if you love them, you're always going to have a little feeling in your heart for them no matter what.
It's not going to fade if you stay friends.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way.
That's got to be number 1.
Number 1.
Most important.
All right, number 2. You got to get rid of them on all social medias.
Sort of goes on with number 1.
Because you can't be like, you got to think about it. Back in the day when social media and all that didn't exist, I think we've spoken about it before. When you break up with someone, you were with them, you loved them, yeah. But when you broke up with them, you just literally never saw them again. Yeah. Unless you bumped into them at the grocery store, I don't know, a year or something down the track. And so why would you still follow them on social media? Because you're still going to see everything they're doing.
You don't want to be seeing their stories, like just thinking.
You don't need that.
Then you make them think in your mind, like it just pops up, oh, there's so-and-so again, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you think about out of sight, out of mind. If you see them, you're going to think about them.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to get rid of them all on social media.
That's one of the bad things about social media. There's all the things like leading up to it when you look at like messaging them and stuff and like you want them to message you.
Delete all your old messages. People go back and look at old messages. Yeah. Delete that shit. Delete photos. You don't need that.
Yeah.
All right? If it was going to work out, it was going to work out.
100%. Okay. Number 3, my favorite, Jake. Glow up. Hit the gym.
Let's go. That is the best one.
Work on yourself. There's no better fuel than a breakup fuel. Like pre-workout.
The heartbreak pre-workout. Ooh.
You play on those strings. You think when you're doing that, like, I don't know, you're going to be going running. You're going to be doing a couple extra sets at the gym. You think, fuck, I'll take this bitch.
Yeah.
Get another. What, she fucking did this to me. I'm fucking, even if you're doing it for the wrong reasons to prove her wrong, fuck it.
Bro, it's
glow
just
up.
Fuel.
It's just fuel.
And then, like you say, even if you are, you're using that as the wrong reasons, eventually it just goes away and then you're just in this amazing habit of being fit and healthy.
Yeah, you start there and then it forms into something really good. But it also extends further than the gym. Glow up like mentally. Start reading. Start studying. Start like learning about your personality now that you're alone. Learn to be...
Yeah, pick up any hobby. It doesn't have to be the gym.
Learn to be okay alone and see what you like doing by yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't
learn about yourself.
It doesn't take long for you to realize. It's like when you first break up, you're like, oh my God, they were my everything. What am I going to do without them? And then, you're just kind of hanging out with your boys and then you're all having a good time. And you just kind of think, oh, it's all right. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be okay. You have that, like, I think you have that realization, like, I'm going to be all right, eh?
It's weird. Having that realization, it's a massive one. And this brings us on to number 4, which is... hang out with your friends.
Ooh, that's also my favorite, man.
Hang out with the people you love. You got to surround yourself with all that good stuff. Keep yourself busy. There's nothing wrong with keeping yourself busy.
There's no better dopamine than your friends just giggling in the lounge room, talking absolute smack, just about random shit, about chicks, about soccer, about footy, about anything.
It's the best.
There's no better feeling. And if you need a little distraction, if you are stuck in your own head, go hang out with your friends. Maybe you don't want to because you feel sad, but once you're there and there's a couple of you just talking absolute smack about absolutely nothing, there is no better feeling, and it's just going to get you out of that little loop in your head, and then you can start doing the other ones as well.
Because it's going to be on your mind, inevitably. But if you can go do something that gets it off your mind for a little while, that's fucking the best thing.
I think you've said it before, but you start to, because you think about them constantly when you break up.
Yeah.
And then you start with hanging out with your friends, and you're like, fuck, I didn't think about it that whole time.
Yeah.
Then it's a day. Then you didn't think of it a whole day. Then you didn't think about it for a whole week.
Yep.
And then you didn't think about it for a whole month. And then you're fucking cheering. You're fucking looking good.
Yeah, that was one of the things I noticed for sure when I was going through it. I was just like, I'd go like maybe a full day or two, and then I'd be like, oh, I didn't think about it. I haven't thought about this for ages. And then like maybe you think about it for a while. And then you go a week and you're like, it has been like a 4 weeks since I thought about that. And then you go like a month, and then you go like, and then you just don't.
Yeah.
It just becomes like a thing where you just don't think about. It's great.
And the last one, kind of ironic, I guess, but very true. Time does heal all.
Yes, unfortunately, it's going to take a while. I saw a really, really good thing. I liked it, and it was, however long the relationship was, it's probably going to take about half that amount of time to get over them. And the only reason I really liked it is because I saw it when I was like,
halfway
when I was over the person, and it was like half the amount of time of a relationship, and I was like, wow, that hit home with me. So it made a lot of sense.
The main thing to take away from this is you are going to be okay without them. You may not think so, you may not be able to see that, but you just being alone and learning about yourself, you're going to be okay. And you're going to realize that and be like, fucking oath, I'm going to find things out about yourself that you didn't know with all this extra time. Heaps of our friends have had glow ups just because they've broken up and had to figure shit out about themselves.
It's the best.
It's the best. And although you can't see the end, like the light at the end of the tunnel, it's there.
It is there. It's so hard. I reckon, I'm trying to think, like, I want to sympathize with other people. Like, totally, if anyone's going through it and they just think, nah, these guys are full of shit. It's like if I was at that point in time at the start, I would also have been like, no, this is just fucked. What you guys are saying is just so much easier said than done. And it is easier said than done. I admit that. But it's like, if you just do these things, it's a start. Like something, because if you're at the bottom, the only place to go is up. So if you do at least one or two of them, then you're that much better off. And then you get the motivation to do more. And
it's even valid for like situationships. Like you've been talking to a girl or dude for like 6 months or whatever, and you think you get semi-emotionally invested, and you're like, and then it just fades away, and you're like, oh fuck, I've just wasted 6 months. You can use these things as well. You might not be as emotionally invested, but they're still valid.
Yep.
And I thought it would be a little, even though we're not going through it, I've been on it for some reason, and you never know. It goes back to like, if you're okay, you never know what someone's going through or how they're feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
So if this resonates to you, if you might not at all, if you're not going through a breakup, but it's also just good things to do.
This is for future though. What if you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend and then you do break up? You can come back to this.
Screenshot the potty right now, this minute, put anything just in case.
This episode, write down the time we said it, and these are the quick tips and tricks. And this is coming from, have you been through a breakup?
Yes.
A heartbreak?
Yes, I have.
This is coming from two guys that have been through it.
Yeah.
Okay?
And we came through the other side.
I don't want any of you guys to go through it. Or if I do, I don't want you to go through it alone. We're here for you.
Yeah. If you need to talk to someone,
even message Relatables.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Because we'll send you that hype up vid. We'll get you in the gym. We'll get you in the pre-workout. We'll fucking get you into everything.
We'll send you programs.
Yeah, if you live near us, I'll work out with you.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Let's go. All right, Jake. I've liked this episode. My co-founders, we've been doing a good job.
We've just been chilling.
But
this was fun one. It's fucking hot in this room.
It's very hot. We've got to wear long pants because we've copped so much shit.
I know. Whenever I'd wear shorts, when we post clips on TikTok, we'll get comments like, wear longer pants, please. But then sometimes someone will be like, nah, don't you mean shorter? Winky face.
But to finish off the episode, let the listeners think with a bit of advice.
This one is, I'm trying to think. It's kind of advice. I'm kind of going a bit, a bit stoicism quotes style, a bit Marcus Aurelius. I don't know which stoic this is from.
Yeah.
But it is, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be.
Oh, it kind of goes with what we're talking about
Kind of goes with the breakup stuff and everything, It's just, if you're stressing about life in general, you got to accept that life's tough. You're not going to know everything, and
you can't control everything.
And then you can't stop thinking about the past. Stop thinking about the past, and then just have faith that everything's going to work itself out.
Because I've said it's a recurring thing. The world has a funny way of working things out for you.
Yes, it does.
If you do the right things, it's just going to work out somehow, and you're going to be happy.
Yeah,
it's just going to work out. I like that one, Jake.
Love it. Thank you guys for listening, and have a good day.
5 stars, bitch.
5 stars.